What's up, horror fans? Welcome back to the first video for 2023, and it's a blindingly warm day here today in Adelaide, so I can't actually even see the screen that I'm filming on at the moment. I'm using a new camera, new phone. It's a Motorola GM8, I think it was called, I can't remember, but yeah, anyway guys, heading out to JB Jepp's Cross. There's a new release I want to check out. Terrifier 1 and 2 have just been released on Blu-ray through Umbrella Entertainment, a brand I've always championed from day one, you know that. Can never speak highly enough of Umbrella. So I'm going to go and check that out and see what other new releases they've got as well in the horror section. I'm just going to pick up Terrifier 1 today. I only just saw the second one recently. I can get that later. And just watching my funds as well. So I'm just going to pick up Terrifier today. I looked online, they've got it available. So I haven't wasted my time and came down here for nothing. And also see what other new horror releases are out there on the shelf. I know there's been a couple of things come out the last month or so. And I'm going to be having a look at them as well. So welcome back to the channel for a new year. Let's head into JB and see what we can see. So yeah, just heading up to the JB Hi-Fi home centre, I guess they could call it, at Jepp's Cross. It's known as the Homemaker Centre, and I'm sure you can find plenty of things in there to make yourself at home. But let's go check out what they've got in store. So just in the 4K section now that I've got a 4K player. As I said in my last couple of videos, Candyman would be good to see on 4K. I didn't think much of it the first time I saw it, but I want to see it again. I think it'd look really good on 4K too. 10 Cloverfield Lane was an awesome movie. Love John Goodman stuff, and that would look awesome on 4K. Had some great effects. Had some fantastic effects in it. That's for sure. Really good story too. There's not a lot of horror stuff on 4K in Australia at the moment. You can get a lot from the States, but even though E.T. is not a horror movie, I'm definitely going to get that on 4K because I think it would just be absolutely outstanding, especially with 4 hours of bonus features. Of course, it's the 40th anniversary of that film. Thumbs up to that one. Definitely going to have to pick that up at some point. And just having a bit more of a look here. Donnie Darko I reviewed in the previous video. It looks great on 4K. Don't Breathe 2. That was alright. Nothing special. It was more of the same really. Don't Breathe was excellent though. I loved it. I'm looking forward to seeing his new film Old Man. Here we are in the horror section. At Jepp's Cross JB. Bodies, bodies, bodies. I heard another dude talking about this saying it was pretty good on his channel on YouTube. Don't know anything about it. Let us know if you've seen that. Seems to be a pretty mainstream. I think Jenna Ortega's in it. It was in Wednesday, so I reckon a few people would have seen it. Let us know if you have what it was like. Crimes of the Future was pretty cool. That's David Cronenberg's first film in years. Many years. Very cool. I like all his stuff. Really strange stuff he does. You know, body horror. It's all body horror stuff. Weird shit happening in people's bodies. The Huntress of Auschwitz. Fair enough. Have never heard of that. Looks B grade. So yeah, interesting. Having a bit more of a look along here. I've got The Howling, Not a lot of new stuff out at the moment, stuff that I've seen before. This is a brand new one, The Invitation. I'm going to watch that on VOD. Downloaded it. Haven't heard much about it, so let me know if it was any good. Let me know. Loneliest Boy in the World. I don't know anything about that. Looks weird. Quite a few new things out. Man-Eater. It's another shark one. How many shark films have they done now? Like, they've done so many. So many shark movies now. If it wasn't for Jaws, hey? Never would have existed. Nope. I didn't think much of it, to be honest. Found it quite boring. Nope. Yeah. And just having a bit more of a look here. The Possessed is another new one from Umbrella Entertainment. Looks like it's got the dude from Saw in it, whose name escapes me now. Quick look in the TV section here, because I'm waiting for season 11 of The Walking Dead to be released, because I'm a completist. And that looks like season 2 of The Boys. I picked that up for the old man for Christmas, actually. He loves The Boys. A lot of gore in that. Just having a bit of a look at that. Game of Thrones, yeah. I'd like to see that again at some point, even though it copped a lot of flack. It'd look amazing on 4K. I enjoyed Game of Thrones for the most part. Hannibal's fantastic. I was really sad when that show ended. I thought it was fucking so good. I thought it could have gone a lot longer than it did, but yeah, it got cancelled. But at least it sort of had a pretty satisfying ending too. I think they had an idea that it was going to finish before it did. But yeah, but no, it doesn't appear that Walking Dead Season 11's been released yet. I haven't heard anything about it, but I'll be getting it. I've got the other 10 seasons. Copped a lot of flack, but actually ended up ending really well, Walking Dead. The 11th season I actually really enjoyed. I don't know what anybody else thought about it. Feel free to let me know in the comments how you thought it ended up if you've seen all of the Walking Dead. There's the complete series of Game of Thrones there on Blu-ray. Can't really afford that at the moment though. It's quite dear. Gangs of London's a fantastic show. If you've never seen that, fuck, it's awesome. Really good acting and just ultra violent. Like, fight scenes are incredible in it. It's not horror, obviously, but yeah, great show. Here we are in the R-rated section now, and I've found it straight away. What I came here to get, Terrifier, for $26.95. I'm going to fork out and get that for sure. Oh, and it comes with All Hallows Eve as a bonus film. That's just awesome. So 2 movies for the price of 1. You can't go wrong. I loved All Hallows Eve. Copped a lot of flack, but I loved it. Such an independent indie filmmaker, Damien Leone. Nightmares. I remember that artwork. I've been thinking about getting that from Umbrella. That's their Ozploitation line. Yeah, that would be cool to get. I remember seeing it when I was a kid. I don't remember anything about it though. 80s Australian Ozploitation classic. This game's called Murder's another new one. I haven't heard anything about this. If anyone's seen this, let me know what that's like. It's got Ron Perlman in it. I don't know, not familiar with the other 2 actors. But yeah, if you've seen This Game's Called Murder, let me know if that's worth checking out. And here's Terrifier 2. I'm not going to buy both today. This was even better than the first one. This was just like, I was sitting there and I was just like, my God, the gore is just intense. Yeah, Art the Clown's definitely the new Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Jason, whatever you want to call it. Thumbs up to that one as well. Yeah, I'll probably pick that up next video, Terrifier 2. Here's another new one that I haven't seen around. Lieutenant Angles, is it? From Umbrella. Geez, they're releasing some great stuff, Umbrella Entertainment. Can never speak highly enough of them. Local Australian company. From Dusk Till Dawn. That's still one I don't own, but they've only got the DVD. I'd like to get that on Blu-ray at least. Basic Instinct on 4K if you're into a bit of the old Sharon Stone uncrossing her legs with no panties on there. That's what I remember about it. I haven't seen it in years. But yeah, I think everyone remembers that scene anyway. We'll move on from that. Here's a new version of The Warriors from Imprint. I already own The Warriors. Such an awesome movie. Such an incredible movie. Classic. I wonder if there's any other different special features on this. It's a 1080p high def. I'll have to check whether mine's 1080p. But yeah, I picked that up quite a while ago for cheap. I think I got it for like $10. That's cool artwork, that original artwork. The artwork's different to the one I've got. That's the original. Yeah, guys, so ended up picking up that Terrifier. It was definitely worth it because it's actually two movies in one. It's Terrifier, and then they've included as a special feature the other movie that character was in beforehand, All Hallows Eve, so that's awesome as a special feature. Umbrella continues to be the #1 retailer in Australia for indie horror, and yeah, really happy to pick that one up. So going to show you what I got in the reviews. So yeah, it hasn't been a huge year for me collection wise. I haven't picked up too much stuff, but it's been an exciting year because I've got a bit of retro goodness to share with you in this video. And yeah, my old man had a spare VCR sitting out in the shed, so yeah, I've never gotten into videotape since I was a kid, so I was like, I don't know, something just made me say, you know, if you're not using it, I'll have that. So it's this bad boy here. It's the LG DC593W. I'll give you a look at the unit. It's from February 2003, so it's a dual combo unit. So you got the DVD player in there as well. Very awesome to watch a video again. Like I hadn't watched a VHS since I was, probably in my late teens, early 20s, we were still watching tapes. But yeah, that's quite some time ago. I won't say how long, but yeah, really cool to pick this up. I've seen them range in price on eBay and that. Like I saw them going for, you know, anything from $50 to $200. So yeah, it was a really cool experience to pick this up. And the video that I got with it is one that I've been looking for years, and it's a grail to me, an absolute grail. I remembered the artwork from when I was a kid, but I couldn't remember the name of the movie, and I searched posters like everywhere online trying to find this artwork. This isn't available on eBay, this particular artwork. I don't know if it was an Australian exclusive. It says it's exclusively distributed in Australia and New Zealand by PBV. So It's the 1981 film directed by Charles M. LaLoggia, Fear No Evil. Absolute cheesy classic. Yeah, like satanic type thing. I'll just read you the back because it's such a weird film as well to explain. It just says, when Lucifer is challenged by his three archangels, he accepts mortal death, aware that he will be reborn to begin a reign of terror. He is reborn in the shape of Andrew Williams, who on his 18th birthday becomes fully aware of the evil within him. He seeks revenge on the small town of his birth and ultimately on the unsuspecting world. A spectacular fantasy of the supernatural involving a powerful confrontation between the forces of good and evil. So it's like a high school satanic possession movie, basically. Like, there's been plenty since, but it was an absolute classic and amazing to get it again. And I picked this up from Vicious Video in the city. Absolutely awesome store. I didn't get around to filming anything in there. The owner's quite busy, but not very nice bloke. You should go in there. It's just at the end of Rundle Mall on the left-hand side, and I think it's the Charles Street Mall. It's called. It's a little mall up at that end of town as you're getting towards Pulteney Street on the left-hand side. Vicious Video. Yeah, he'll look after you if you're into VHS tapes. I'm hoping to catch up with him in the future and do an interview, but he's just been really busy, and so have I, so just didn't get around to it. But yeah, I actually saw this on his Instagram page, and yeah, I was blown away. Like, I recognised the artwork straight away, and I was like, fuck man, I finally found it. I've been looking for it for years, and I just thought it'd be really cool to get it on VHS just as a throwback. Looks really cool in the collection. Yeah, pretty unknown actors in this. Hasn't actually got it written on the back. But yeah, directed by Frank LaLoggia. And it's got an awesome soundtrack as well, like, you know, B-52, Boomtown Rats, Ramones, Sex Pistols, Patti Smith, Talking Heads. Just a really awesome, cheesy, cool effects style, early 80s satanic romp, I'd call it. Really excellent movie. Yeah, and Umbrella's just brought this one out as well. It's one of my favourites from the last few years. Of course, it's Terrifier. Hadn't had an Australian release, so Umbrella, as usual, have done an amazing job on it. Of course, it's directed by Damien, Leone. It stars David Howard Thornton as Art the Clown. Probably one of the creepiest clowns I've ever seen in a film. You know, there's been a few clown films like It, Pennywise from It, and, you know, House of a Thousand Corpses, Captain Spaulding, and yeah, there's been a lot of clown things in films over the years, but this was just a real standout, real 80s gore fest slasher. Some of the most goriest effects. Such a creative director, because he wrote the story of this. He directed it, and he did all the makeup and effects as well. So he just did an absolutely amazing job. Cheesy acting, but you just don't care. It's just like an absolute rip snorter from start to finish. Pretty basic story. Art the Clown's like a serial killer. He lives underground, like in a basement. It's just like set in the streets. You don't know the city or anything. It's just set. It looks like New York or something like that. But he's just basically going around slaughtering people. And like some of the goriest kills I've seen in a modern movie, with a throwback to like 80s slashers as well. Yeah, awesome. And I didn't realise how long the character had actually been around, because in 2008 he appeared in 2 short films by the same director. And also I didn't realise the character was originally played by Mike Giannelli. He was the original Art the Clown. So when you with the makeup on, like the makeup's so cool. As you can see, I'll give you a bit of a closer look there. The makeup's so cool that you can't really tell the actors apart, and they've also got a similar build and a similar look in the way that he moves. It's just an incredible movie. Some really cool stuff came with it as well. It's got a bonus film, All Hallows Eve. So that's basically a found footage movie with a wraparound that's like, you know, a woman's looking after kids like a babysitter. They find videotapes, similar to like VHS, and they watch the videotape, and then it's got just like 3 short segments on it, and Art the Clown's in each of the segments. So that's a bonus. So you really get 2 movies for the price of one. It's also got a heap of other stuff on it. Director's commentary with Art the Clown, behind the scenes featurette interview with Jenna Kanell. She's the other actress in it. Deleted scenes, Art the Clown, time-lapse makeup. Dread Central presents Terrifier San Diego crowd responses. So like a heap of special features on here. Can't speak highly enough of it. Really glad it finally got an Australian release. And I'll probably be picking up Terrifier 2 next week. Because it's actually on sale at the moment as well for $20. So, and I've already seen it. It's actually better than this. I actually like the second film more, but this is just equally as good. So, yeah, Terrifier, if you haven't seen it and you're into hardcore gore. So not a huge reviews portion compared to what I usually do this month, guys. It's been a bit of a slow year for me. I haven't been buying a lot of movies. I've actually started to run out of a bit of space, so I've got to get some more shelving and possibly another bookcase or something like that. Because yeah, I'm starting to run out of space. I've had to move things around and shuffle things around because I've just picked up so much stuff over the last 3 years. It's not funny, but I'm going to be looking at doing a bigger video next month. I'm going to be doing a toy hunting video because I haven't done one for ages, like I think 6 or 7 months since I've shown any toy stuff. So I'm planning on heading down to Mad Zombie. They've got some really cool stuff in at the moment, a whole lot of new stuff that I haven't shown before, and I might even go up and see Dave up on the hill, Davey's Boys Toys. I did a video up there with him and interviewed him last year, which was really, really cool. And I haven't seen him for ages. But yeah, I've been watching a fair bit of horror television as well. I haven't talked about that in a while. So like I've been watching Interview with the Vampire, which is really good. If you haven't seen that, it's very different to the film. Yeah, a really good take. It's on AMC. You can watch it on VOD, video on demand. So I've been watching that. I've been watching You, which is pretty cool. If you haven't seen You, it's a bit hard to describe. It's probably a slasher. Yeah, it's a slasher, but it's like a romance as well. It's just, you know, it's just about this really creepy fucking stalker dude that stalks women and, yeah, locks them in like this glass cabinet and all that kind of shit. And just, he's super intelligent as well, so he comes up with all like these ways of stalking and just gets up to all this shit and gets away with it as well. So I've been getting into that. I watched the 10th season of American Horror Story, which was pretty good. I actually thought it was pretty good. It was the double feature one. So it was, I think it was called Blood Sea or something, the first part. And like, about these people that like they become like vampires, like they drink this. They take this tablet, and then all of a sudden, whatever they're artistically good at, they become amazing at it. But then it has side effects, like they've got to drink blood, and that was really cool. That was probably the better of the two. The second one's just like an alien abduction, like alien invasion type thing. But it was cool the way it was done. It was split in half, like half the episode was black and white, set in like the 50s. You know, Roswell and all of that, and then the other half was like modern day. So people bagged that a lot, but I actually enjoyed it. I've got about 20 minutes to go on the final episode of that. So yeah, I've been watching that. And that's about it, actually. That's taken up a fair bit of time, but I've got a couple of other things I want to look at. I've heard Yellow Jackets is really good, and Servant's another one I want to have a look at. I've heard that's really good as well, but yeah, planning a bit of a bigger month next month for March, as I said, go out toy hunting, but it's good to be back with my first video of the year, and I hope you're all doing well. Having a good year so far. The cooler weather's starting to come in, which I'm enjoying. And yeah, take care, and I'll see you all next time.